Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how I made these foil inserts for your resin. You'll need some transparency film, a laminator, um, like a something that can connect to a printer, so like a laptop, I think maybe even tablets. And you will need a laser printer. So let's just get started. So this is the printer I use. I bought it for under $100. I think at Wally World. It's a monochrome printer, which means it only takes black toner. So this is the laminator I use. It was under $30, so it's just one of those cheap ones. I got it at Wally World, and I'm sure other places have this one too. So these are the foils I like to use. They're the StarCraft brand, and I will put a link in the description to the website I bought them from because I don't remember off the top of my head. And yeah, you can get them pretty much anywhere. Let me see. I also have these that I purchased before I bought these. Probably on Amazon or something, but you only get 6 by 12, 5 sheets of that. And this is 25 feet by I think 12 or 12.5 inches. So you definitely get a lot more for your money. And these are the transparency sheets I use. I'm pretty sure I got them on Amazon. Okay, so the program I like to use is GIMP, GIMP, and it's an open source software, which means it's free to use. And the first thing I do is I open up this new document, which is just the size of a sheet of paper. And to do that, you go up to File, New, and then under Template, US Letter. And as you see, it's the size of a standard sheet of paper. And then you hit OK, and it'll give you this. Now, to add my images, I like to add them as new layers. So over on the right, you can see that all of your layers are going to be over here. Since we only have one, it's only showing this one, which is called the background. So I already have some images open, which is up here. But what I normally do is I go to File, Open as Layers. If you just say open, it's not going to add it to this document. It'll add it as a separate document. So open as layers, and then you can go to wherever your images are and hit open. So I'll just add a random one. And now, as you see on the right, you have another layer, and it'll always open to whatever size your image is. All you need to do is scale it down so that it'll fit on your page. Scale tool, select it, you can drag it, and then move it. As of right now, it's only letting me drag it in locked dimensions, so I can't change the width or the height separately. In order to do that, you have to go to the scale menu, and it's very tiny, but there's this lock right here, and you can unlock it, and you'll be able to change the dimensions however you like. So what I do is I look at my molds I want to use, and I just size my images down to fit inside those molds. And I try to fill up the sheet of paper as much as I can. So that is what I will do, and I will be back once that's done. I forgot to mention that the perfect scaling to make your document, if you look down at the bottom here, is 96%. So as you're scaling, in and out, the percentages will change. Just change this to 96%. And this ruler up at the top will be pretty much an inch exactly, so that whatever you make your images, whatever size you make your images, will be the actual size that it will be when it prints out. Okay, so my sheet is done. This is what I've decided to put on it. And now it's time to export it. So you go up to File, Export. You can save it anywhere. And then you can name it anything. And I usually change it to JPG just because. And then once you've selected where you want to save it, hit export, and then I usually keep everything the same and then just hit export. Now once you save it, go to wherever it is you saved, open it up, and go to print. Make sure everything looks okay, and then you just print it. All right, I moved my laptop right here. I'm gonna print it. And that's it. That was on quiet mode as well. It actually is a little bit louder if you don't have it on quiet mode. So I like to cut mine in half. I'll tell you why in a minute. But one thing I forgot to do is darken some of these images before I printed them out. Where is it? I don't know if you can tell, but it's really light, like the etching. And I normally would edit it and make some of those lines darker so that the toner picks up more, but I forgot to do that. So some of these finer lines may not foil good. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. So I purchased these carrier sheets to put my transparency in so that I can run them through the laminator. But I don't know. I mean, it works okay, but I've gotten wrinkles when I put it through my laminator. So I like to cut my sheets in half, kind of, and put them in a folded sheet of paper because I found that I get fewer wrinkles when I do that. And yeah, I could just cut this one in half as well, but the whole point of buying this was so that I can put a full sheet of paper through the laminator. But I just prefer to do half a sheet at a time. Okay, I've cut my foil, made sure that it covers all my images, and I've decided to only print out the side because the other side had a lot of like the light lines that I'm not sure will show up. So I'll just leave that as is. I'll only print out this one. But yes, I just cut it and I made sure that it fit in my little half sheet. So before I started laminating, I wanted to make sure everyone knew how to put their foil on their sheet. So you want to make sure your sheet is face up and just remember how you printed it out. This is how I printed mine out. So no, that's face up. And you want to make sure your foil has the color on the top, and it'll just be the, what is it, gray or whatever, if I can lift it. This will be on the bottom. Whatever color you choose will be on the top, and you just want to put it on top of your sheet like that. And then I will make sure that it's all covered, and then I will sandwich it in my little sheet of paper. Okay, now it's time to adhere the foil to our transparency, so let's turn this on. And since the transparency sheets I use are 4 milliliter, I'm gonna move this to the 5 milliliter option. And once it's ready, this blue light will come on, so now we just wait. Okay, the blue light is on, so it's ready to go. I have my sheet right here. Just put it in at the top until it automatically goes by itself. And I usually like to do 2 passes at least, just to make sure the foil is adhered, whether or not it's necessary. I don't know. I just always do it. In fact, sometimes I do it 4 times because I'll flip it over just to be sure, because sometimes it won't adhere. For the sake of the video, I guess I'll only do it twice. And let's see. Oh, my knees. I guess I should have gotten my tripod, huh? It's right there. Ooh. Actually came out not bad, not bad. Like this one has very fine lines. I'm surprised it came out okay. And the little spot mist back there. I think because, yeah, it's because I cut my foil on the wrong side. So when I went to go and cut it out, I placed it over my image wrong. So it didn't cut exactly how it needed to. But yes, that was it. That's all I do to make these foils, and I don't need any like fancy expensive equipment. They come out just fine. Pretty inexpensive to do. Hopefully I covered everything all right. If not, if you have any questions, ask them in the comments. I'm really bad at getting back to comments, but I will try to answer your questions. But yes, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.